all your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Hey there, your yard took a real beating this summer. Luckily, Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard has your back. Just feed your grass with Scott's again this fall when the air is cool and the soil is warm. It's the perfect time to give your lawn a boost. If you do, Winter Guard will give your yard the nourishment it needs to help weak, thin grass recover and support root growth, giving you a greener, more resilient lawn both now and next spring. Guaranteed. Grab a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard today. You'll be back to barbecuing in no time. This is a Scott's Yard.
Hey parents, we all try to be extra careful with our children in the car, but then we get an important call or text. Remember, our children are watching. Make every drive a good example. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your hands.
All right, folks, on the JR the Bossman Show, talking to the new head coach, South Dakota State, the Jackrabbits, Coach Eric Henderson. Coach, he told me off air that you guys had 8 inches of snow, man. I can't even imagine having to deal with that, man.
Yeah, let me tell you, my man, it is miserable. Miserable. That's not supposed to happen in April here, but you know what? We got some tough people around here. We go through it.
You got that right, man. And Coach, let me ask you now, Coach, I'm going to start you off something, difficult, I guess, because, I'm a Florida guy. A lot of players down in Florida, Georgia, Alabama, down. How do you tell a guy like me, how do you tell us on South Dakota State to come play up there? We deal with that kind of snow and cold, man.
Hey, JR, basketball's an indoor sport. It's an indoor sport, so no, that's one of the ways we sell it, but when you've been to 5 of the last 8 NCAA tournaments and you've had a tradition that we've had, and we've had some success, people want to be part of winners, and so that's how you do it, baby. You try to sell that dream of that NCAA tournament that so many young kids have, and we've been fortunate enough that we can keep that going for a little bit.
And you guys pretty much own the Summit League. I mean, under Coach Alsterberg, under the previous coach, South Dakota State is known getting in that tournament, getting that bit down. So being able to keep you, I thought was very important, Coach, because you want to keep that train going. You know how it is. You know how to get the job done. You've been an associate head coach. Them hiring you was the right move in my mind. And do you kind of feel if Coach Osborne got a job elsewhere that you would be the man that they'll call up?
Well, I think continuity is important. And we were able to, keep that with them, hiring me, and we were able to keep 3 other staff members as well. And that comfortability that our players had with all of those guys returning, I think was really, really important. Of course, there's always going to be a little bit of change and turnover when there is a change in the staff as well. So I do feel like, our guys are excited about that continuity, and they understand what, has the success has been built on, and so do we. So I do believe that continuity is important. And fortunately, like you said, Justin Sell, our athletic director, and President Dunn had that confidence in me and the rest of the staff that are saying that we can keep this train rolling.
And Coach, I know you probably took a little bit of the system, so how much different would the system be now that you're the head man now, not making suggestions or making decisions now?
Yeah, that's a great question, JR. There's going to be a lot of similarities. We were fortunate enough to have some of the best scorers in the country last year, with Mike Dom being a top 10 scorer in the NCAA history. So we were unique that way. We were, a lot more of an offensive-oriented team where we could outscore a lot of teams. I think going forward, and a lot of it has to do with personnel and the graduation of Mike and stuff like that. But we're going to have to be more balanced. We're going to have to be able to win in multiple ways. And I think you're going to be able to see that, with an energy level on the defensive end of the floor, and like I said before, giving us multiple ways to win. And we've been able to do that in the past, this last couple of years, being such elite scorers, that's where we kind of, hung our hat. But I think going forward, you're going to be able to see us win in multiple ways.
Coach, tell me about Mike. Do you think he'll be an NBA player next year? Do you think that's his next move is probably NBA, or do you think he'll be an overseas guy maybe?
That's what time will tell, to be honest with you. Mike has that unique ability to stretch the floor as a 6'8", 6'9" dude that has a 7'3" wingspan. And he has that great equalizer that so many NBA teams value at a really high level, and that's the ability to make shots anywhere on the floor. He has great hands. He has great touch. I know Mike's passion and drive to get better are things that, help people succeed. And, time will tell, but I do believe Mike will get a shake. And you know what? That's for as an opportunity. And, we'll see what happens with that.
Let us have him in Atlanta. We need some more shooters around here. Let us have him with the Hawks. We need some shooters around here. To help
I think
out.
he'll go in and make money now.
Yeah, you got that right.
Yeah, trading some, yeah.
We need to trade to get some assists today. Throw the mic in the corner for a corner threes, pick and roll with John Collins, 3-pointer. I can see it happening, man. I can see it.
Space that floor, baby. Space that floor.
You got that right. And Coach, South Dakota State, to me, Coach, is a great spot because you guys can take JUCO guys, transfer guys, grad transfer guys, high school seniors. You all can take anybody, and with your program being a national brand to me now, since you guys have, so how you going to kind of approach it to kind of figure out the way on the roster you could add a guy with be a grad transfer or JUCO guy, or a sit two play, or sit one play two guy, or high school senior. So how are you looking about attacking and building this roster to balance it out, keeping the continuity for years to come?
Yeah, like you said, JR, we're open to anything, whether it's a transfer, whether it's a JUCO, whether it's a grad transfer, a guy that has to sit, or a high school kid. We're looking for guys that understand and respect South Dakota State and understand the importance of basketball to our school and what we stand for. It doesn't matter if they're from Atlanta, Georgia. It doesn't matter if they're from Brookings, South Dakota. It doesn't matter if they're from Chicago, Illinois, or wherever, or if they're a JUCO transfer or whatever. We want guys that want to be here, that want to work and want to get better every single day. And that's the guys we're looking for. And are just selfless. That's how we've built this program. That's how we've went to 5 of the last 8 NCAA tournaments and have had the success we've had, and that part's not going to change.
And Coach, at your level, I think it's so important for player development and skill development of the young men. And this time of year, the springtime, summertime, and the early fall, it's time to develop the guys as players, as young men, and grow their games, grow their bodies, and grow their minds. So, how are you approaching this spring? We're taking over here and kind of getting these guys a plan of action for the summer and fall here and then spring here to get themselves ready for next season under you.
Yeah, we've done a lot of, obviously skill development type stuff, and we've also done a little bit of competing this spring. That's something that we haven't done a lot in the past, but we are going to play a bunch of guys that haven't had a ton of experience. So to be able to get back out on the floor and compete, and understand the level that you do have to compete at to be successful is really, really important for us moving forward. So just teaching that expectation of the competitive level that you need to have has been something that we really focused on, along with the skill development this spring. And our guys have just relished in it, to be honest with you. And they're crushing it in the weight room. And this is a time for personal gains. And there's a selfless piece to it, but also this is where you do see those gains. And, whether it's in the weight room and you're adding strength, or on the floor where you're working on a move that you want to be able to utilize next year. So that's kind of how we're approaching this spring, and we'll do similar things this summer as well.
And having 4 hours up from 2 hours from previous years has to help, because I feel like 2 hours is like too little time. But having 4 a little bit better can get on the court the guys, give them some more weight room work as well, because they can get stronger. Cause I feel like the more time they can spend with their coaches, the better. But they actually got to put in the work on their own too, of course. But having you guys kind of give them that direction helps as well.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. I think certain teams, it's more valuable than others. And our team going forward next year, it's going to be extremely valuable. We're bringing in six new guys that need to be integrated into our program, and to be able to have that time this summer to be able to help buffer that zone or whatever before they have to compete for real is huge for us, especially this year, when we have so many new guys. If you have a returning veteran team, sometimes you have to monitor that with some rest and some time away and some clear their mind type stuff. But for us, we're building relationships, we're building trust this year. We're creating bonds that will help us. When times get tough during games, that you can trust and rely on your teammates. So this summer and fall is going to be huge with those extra time that we're able to have.
And now, Coach Henderson, do you feel like non-conference scheduling-wise should keep it kind of the same the way it was on the Coach Alsenberger, kind of trying to find great games, but guys really don't want to play you guys because you have been so good. So I can imagine how hard it was for you to get games anyway because you guys are being good. So how you feel going about scheduling non-conference going forward since you're the man with the plan now?
Well, yes, JR, we're a little bit more of a hot commodity now. Frank, a little bit more willing to play. But we want to play the best. We want to play the best. We want to challenge ourselves in the preseason, which will help us prepare for league play. We're willing to go about anywhere and challenge ourselves. And we got to we're going to put some high majors on there, some great neutral games against some light competition. So we're really excited about what we have in front of us, and it's going to be very similar to what we've done in the past.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain Georgia Tech that don't want to play you guys. I'm pretty sure. I've asked off the record, and I can get a great answer.
Yeah, hey, if you can help in any way, we're in, man. We're in.
Hey, just pay for their travel, give them a few $100,000 to go back with, and see what happens. I'm just trying to help out, man. I'm trying to help out my guys in non-conference. I'm trying to help them out, man. Come on, do it. But no, I got to look like, really? They're good. We don't want to take a risk of a loss at home. It was funny. I asked out, but it was funny, man. I just kept on saying, yeah, I would do the same thing about your shoes, but I get it.
Yeah, for sure.
But Coach, but your league to me is a good league because I've had on Coach Kaufman, who's from down here in Georgia. in Fort Wayne. You know, I know Rodney Blips is trying to build up Denver as well. You know, you guys great. You got South Dakota got the old coach. It was before Craig Smith was there. He's back. Alma mater there. So I feel like you guys got a lot of great teams in your league, man. And I feel like the league is growing. Omaha played well this year as well. So to me, the league is getting tougher by the year, and the talent is getting better. The coaching is getting better each year in your league. So I can imagine each night out there, it's a dogfight to get those wins, man.
Oh, it's the best. It's fun. You know, that's what you want. You want a competitive league, you know, whether it's, you know, like you said, a lot of those guys, and you can even mention the team that went to the tournament this year at North Dakota State, you know, so teams are, you know, very, very competitive. It's for the most part very regional. So there is some tradition with a lot of these games that have taken place a long time, and that's really special for our fans. It's one of the best every year. It's one of the best 3-point shooting leagues in the country. So to be able to, you know, be able to hang your hat on some things is pretty special. And the key, night in and night out, you're going to be challenged, whether you're at home or on the road, and you're gonna have to, you know, expect your guys to show up and compete. And that's been a fun deal for us.
Yes, indeed. Now, Coach, I'll ask you guys about rule changes. The NIT experimented with some rules this year, kind of doing the resetting of the fouls, the widening of the lanes, extending the three-point line. But also, Coach, I like the 20-second shot clock, maybe advancing the ball into the game's playing quarter. So, is there anything that you want to see the game maybe tweak a little bit to make the game more succinct with the FIBA and NBA, or like the way it is? So, I'd like to get your opinion on that as well, Coach.
Yeah, I'm all for that, to bring a little bit of unity to it, to be honest with you. You know, we played in the NIT this year against Texas and lost a heartbreaker down there. And honestly, I love that the rules of, you know, playing the quarters and resetting the foul situations and you know, no one-on-ones and widening of the lanes for spacing purposes. And like you said, just the unity I think is important. You know, do I have strong feelings on it? I wouldn't necessarily say it's strong. You know, I'm going to play by the rules given to us. But you know, if we did have a little bit of unity, I'd be all for that, to be real honest.
That's what I got for you, Coach. I know it's been crazy since you took over this job, man. So how are your days typically? Are they real busy? Are you trying to meet with boosters, meet with fans, meet with alumni, trying to do practice plan for the workouts? I mean, how busy has it been for you since you took over this gig, man?
Well, I'll tell you what, JR, what's not been a lot of, and that's sleep. So that's you can kind of count a lot of that out. But honestly, you know, working with Coach Otzelberger, one thing that I probably respect about him more than anything else is, you know, our program is about our players. And every decision that we make is about our players and helping that experience that they can have at South Dakota State even better. And, you know, so that's what my mind is used to. That's what my minds and decisions are made from, is our guys. So to be able to spend time with them, whether it's in the office hanging out, on the court working out, watching them in the weight room, those times are special to me, and that will never change here.
Well, Coach Henderson, I look forward to watching your team this year, man. I know you do a great job. I love your energy. I'm glad they gave tagged you to be the man to take over the program. I know Coach Hodges come on the show when he was the coach there, and I was had a good relationship with you guys and your program. So look forward to seeing you guys rebound this shit. Hopefully punch that ticket to the big dance, man, and keep this train rolling up there in Brookings.
You got that, my man. I appreciate you having me on the show. You let me know anytime. I'll be ready to join.
No doubt, Coach. Have a good one, man. Talk to you real soon, buddy.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today, True Speech and 313 Fresh, Family Grind ENT. Believe in it, get it.
A gorgeous tan from Suntan City gives you an inner glow that relights the fire when you run into your first crush.
Vicky, who was that?
An old boyfriend.
Lucky you just tanned at Suntan City.
Lucky he's single. We're doing lunch tomorrow.
Won't be single for long then.
During Tour of the City, try all 5 tans, including spray tan, for just $4.99. Restrictions may apply. Click to buy now.
When you're a teen, you finally get to make some of your own decisions. Who are you going to hang out with? What do you want to be? Are you going to glance at that text while driving? Remember, a split second is all it takes for something tragic to happen. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
It's maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer. All the stars are closer.
Tell me what you gonna do to me. Confrontation ain't nothing new to me. You could bring a bullet, bring a sword, bring a morgue, but you can't bring the truth to me.
Alexa, play Kendrick Lamar and SZA.
Okay. Maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer.
With Amazon Music, a voice is all you need. Get tens of millions of songs. Download the Amazon Music app today.
Yeah, it's your man JC, the host with the most, baby, and it goes down each and every Saturday night right here in the city of Memphis. That's right, y'all. It goes down at Clicks Sports Bar Memphis, baby. 3705 Malco Way, Memphis, Tennessee, 38125. Come out and join us, the Three Kings, each and every Saturday night for the livest karaoke in the city. Everybody gets in free till 10 p.m. Only $5 after. Great food. We got drink specials. We got all kind of games, man. We got the pool tables popping. Whatever you want, we got you, man. Come on out. Have a good time with us each and every Saturday night. That's Clicks Sports Bar, Memphis.